What's going on YouTube? Welcome to my YouTube channel today. Alright, so I got something different today. My question to you guys is, have you ever thought of alternative means of storing classic numismatic coins or bullion? So I smoke cigars occasionally, and one of the stores by me always offers free cigar boxes. Now it's a large chain. I'm not going to mention who it is, but if you shop for cigars and alcohol, this particular place, which again is a national chain, whether it's by you or not, sometimes my particular store will have these cigar boxes sitting in a cart as I check out, and they're absolutely free to take as many as you want. So basically, whoever runs their cigar department, rather than tossing them in the trash, adding to a landfill somewhere, he basically, I'm assuming it's a he, it could be a she, puts them in a cart and basically puts a big free. So I typically will grab as many as I can, and a lot of these cigars I would never even be in a position of purchasing, let alone smoking, because they're probably really expensive. So what I'm getting at is, though, for you guys and gals that collect coins, where do you keep your stuff? Do you just like put it in a safe, and are you like a big person into like a PCGS holder here? Now I have some of these that I just naturally got from doing submissions. I have purchased, believe it or not, coin supply items from other folks getting out of the hobby, or when you do this for a living over the year. I have a ton of coin supply stuff that I'll probably lot up when I get a little more downtime. But these things are very, very handy, but they're not cheap. Like this 35th anniversary one, it's probably worth about $10. I know the older blue ones, there's some black ones, they're about $6-7. So they're not free. And I doubt if you go to your local coin shop and be like, hey man, can you hook me up with some of these? Chances are they're not selling them for free or giving them away for free, because they use them as well to store coins in. So we have these other items here. Now these are some Dogecoin copper rounds, but they're basically what a 1 ounce silver round would appear and how you would store it. Here's like an empty tube. Here's an actual PCGS slab, a Libertad here. So anyways, I just sold this particular cigar box. I grabbed it because I thought it looked cool. Again, I'm not an expert by any means, but this particular one just basically has like a paper inside. So I wanted to ask you guys, even if you don't smoke cigars, is this a smart way of storing coins? I don't know. I kind of grew up with, I do have some older cigar boxes, some acid ones, and I've kept stuff like in there. I don't know. I had like BBs in one of them. I don't know why I had a BB gun when I was in my early 20s, but I decided to keep all my BBs in one. The other cigar box had a bunch of like old junk, old credit cards. I don't know why I kept old credit cards, but just more instead of like a junk drawer, I've always kind of thought of these as a means of storing stuff. And then let's see. It definitely doesn't fit this way, but you could stack coins like that. This is a 2.5 by 2.5 flip, so that's a little too tall. But I can imagine, no, slab's too tall, so you'd have to store that flat. Let's see if we could get a 2 by 2 flip. Yeah, those fit perfectly inside there. So technically, you could put rows of coins in there, of tubes, and then put 2 by 2s and then easily close it. So I guess if you have a safe, or you have a safe place in your house where you store stuff, I don't know, just having a nice box to put it all in that, I mean, if you want, I sell them on my eBay store. I do have some really nice ones like these two right here, but I think I'm selling them to like other folks that want boxes for storing cigars. But I don't know, guys, like, what do you think of this video? Like, what do you think of actually storing coins in old cigar boxes? And these aren't that old. These are not like vintage or anything like that. And again, what got me thinking about this was when I went through one of my daughter's boyfriends, his grandma's collection. She had all her coins stored in old Alka-Seltzer bottles, the original glass ones, and the bottles themselves were actually worth more than some of the coins that she had stored away. But I mean, look at this one here. Like, this is again, you could put something like this on your shelf, like in your office or in your display case, you know, if you'd like to display your coins. And then when someone opens it up, you could put like a nice graded coin in there, or some, you know, nice raw coins. But let's see what it would look like with, again, it's just some random graded coins. I mean, that's not bad. So if you had some like really nice graded coins, I know the local coin shops are flooded with this kind of stuff. Usually it's like from Franklin Mint or some other bought on TV type thing, where a lot of times these display cases are basically worth more than the coins themselves. That's very, very common, especially as we get older or we inherit other family members' purchases that they made by just simply watching TV. So again, this is just a interesting take. I mean, this has a nice soft feel here. This is, you know, a nice case, obviously, to store cigars, but is it bad to store stuff like this in a cigar case? Like, is there any downside to it? Like, is the wood or the environment that this is in that's really designed for tobacco? Typically, though, the tobacco is not raw, so the tobacco that was in this product was simply wrapped in plastic to keep them free. But like, let's take a look at this box here. This is a Toro Fuente Classic. It's a Hemingway. It's got a cool little lock here. Again, like, how many people have bought like nice vintage jewelry boxes or inherited them? I mean, look at the inside of this. It's beautiful. It's got, you know, a very nice felt inside. I'm pretty sure these boxes are handmade at the particular location where these cigars come from. So whether it be Nicaragua, Dominican, those type of areas. So let's see if a big tube fits in here. Does it let us close it? Sure does. So you technically, if you had, so these are stacks of 20, you technically could put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 20. You could hold 120 1-ounce silver rounds. If you stack silver quarters, which I don't have an example of, but this is a real, these are the nicer, the Crossing the Delaware quarters that I've kept from change. You know, that's something you can hold in here. Or if you have a more shallow box, again, more like this one here, you easily could put and stack a bunch of junk silver. So, oh, that actually doesn't fit too well. So this, like, the thinner boxes are probably good for like nickels or dimes, not so much quarters. But again, just gives you guys an idea of an alternative way of storing coins. Something that you wouldn't really think of. I don't know, like, if ladies that collect coins, if they like to hold their stuff in jewelry boxes. But those things can be very expensive or kind of over the top unnecessary. Again, wherever you store your coins, or if you display them, this would give you the option of doing either or. Now, there are boxes. So these type of boxes that you can purchase from like other sellers on eBay or Wizard Coin Supply, things like that. But these boxes aren't cheap. They're about $5-6 plus shipping. So typically it makes sense to order a bunch of them. Now again, this particular box is designed to hold the 2.5 by 2.5, and then they make the smaller red ones that are designed to hold the exact 2 by 2 Mylar flips. So these don't really go so well in these. But these boxes are very generic. Now they're very durable. I've had mine for like 3 years now. They get a little beat up, but if you're gonna spend, you know, $7 to $10 for a box, why not get a nice, I don't know, a nice cigar box? It seems to be way nicer. And if you decide to display your coins on a shelf or put together a nice display case, you know, what would you rather have? Would you rather just have a bunch of this stuff laying around, you know, it's plastic PCGS things or NGC plastic holders, or these very gaudy looking, you know, kind of like baseball cardy type storage things that we've all become accustomed to, or would you rather have it in a nice cigar box? So again, guys, just a thought. What do you guys think? Is this a little wacky video, or does this something that makes sense? And I'm curious to hear from you guys. Where do you store, what do you use to store your coins? Do you use this kind of stuff? Do you use cigar boxes, or do you have like other types of items that you use to store your coins? Or is it just a big mess? Is it a complete pile? You just throw it all like in an old shoebox and it's a complete disaster. So let me know what you guys think in the chat. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Please like, share, subscribe. And if you want some of these, I run across them. I get them for free. I usually list them for around $8 to $10. Not making a huge profit on it, but again, I just felt like, you know, instead of this ended up in the trash, it'd be really cool for someone to own something like this to display coins or store your cigars. All right, guys, I'll talk to you in the next one.